Hello and welcome to today's Dalal Street Week Ahead video. Now in today's video we'll be taking a look at two things. I'll take a look at the Banknifty index. I'll take a look at Maruti Suzuki. For both I'll share my trading plan plus my price action analysis on it and the key levels I am watching. Now apart from that, let's take a quick look at the news. Now on the international front, the news affecting the market this week will be there'll be 4 central bank meetings. So we'll have to see how each of those, the rates will not matter that much this week I believe. We'll have to see what the commentary is of each. After that 4 central bank meeting week will sort of set the pace for the rest of the world, I can say. Then apart from that, we have the US retail sales data coming out and the Chinese IP industrial production data. So those two are also very important pieces of information. But I believe that will not affect our markets severely. This year, for example, it has come out that in the first half of March, foreign investors have already sold 30,000 crore. Now, due to that, we are in a phase in which there's a push and pull. For example, last Sunday, I told clients that I expect this week we'll end up forming a box range due to the push and pull, and we did. Whether we look at the Nifty, Sensex or Banknifty, all have entered a box range. So now, until we're in that range, we're not going to go get a big up move, get a big down move. All moves are going to be range bound. Okay, we can go 1% up, 1% down, but that's not going to make a difference as it's in the range. Now, the only thing that I see us pulling us out of the range on the upside is there's some fantastic news which comes up. Otherwise, there's a high likelihood that this range boundness will continue until the point we break the lower side of the range and head downwards. So that's really it on the news front. Now let's take a look at Maruti, after which we shall take a look at the Banknifty. Now turning our attention to Maruti Suzuki, I'll pop the levels on. Now, according to me, if we look at Maruti Suzuki in terms of everything, now the volume build-up is still severely bearish. Yeah, it's completely controlled bears. Trend catcher is completely gone flat. That means it's trying to make a decision which. Now, how I'm going to trade Maruti Suzuki is, number one, this is going to give the first signal of whether this range is going to break or we're going to continue holding it or it's going to break on the upside. Number two, right now, if I basically zoom in, remove those indicators and I look at it simply in terms of the simple charts, the moving averages want to do a bearish crossover. So, according to me, as long as Maruti is between 11,840 and this support at 11,450, this is a box range where it will continue. But the only thing which will signal us whether we're going to break below or break above it is going to be that trend catcher indicator. And if it signals a bearish crossover, then we will be breaking this support and it will be a very quick shot to 11,220. If that breaks, then 10,950 and 10,700 opens. High likelihood this fall will most likely either end at this support or at this support if we break 11,450. On the other hand, by chance we break 11,840, then we'll be breaking it against a lot of bearishness. So that will cause a dead cat bounce to 12,250 and 12,450. So what is the strategy you should employ if you're trading Maruti Suzuki? Now, according to me, as long as in the box range, you can sell calls above 11,840 and PE sells, I would say to be cautious and go and sell, let's say, below 10,950. Why? If we look at the moving averages, we look at the indicators, we look at the bars, everything is sort of signaling that 11,450 breaks, all hell is going to break loose. So it is safer right now to sell calls than to sell puts. The only time that analysis will change, number one, it is the trend catcher turns upwards, or we start challenging the 11,840 resistance line with a lot of vigor. Personally, I don't hold any positions in Maruti, and I think I will only prefer to enter Maruti if it breaks 11,450 with a short via call sells and basically option buys. But those who are brave enough to trade this box range, they can do that. Basically, look at that trade I spoke about, selling calls above 11,840 and then going and selling puts way below 10,950. Since we're in the now latter part of the month, second half of the month, the puts should also expire and give some profit if this range boundness continues. So that's how I'm looking at it. Now let's take a look at the Bank Nifty. Now I'm going to take a look at the Bank Nifty on the hourly chart. Now there are a lot of levels because of simply how we are operating in the index. Now according to me, as long as you're between 48,550 and 47,850, this is one big box range. In here there's going to be push and pull and up moves and down moves, but it's not going to make much of a difference as it is range bound moves. If we break 48,350, then we'll go to the main resistance at 48,550, and if we break that, then there's still another hurdle at 48,700, and if we clear this, that's when we'll be going to 49,280, pretty certain. On the other hand, if we break the support at 47,850, we'll be going down to 47,600 to 47,700, which is an important support, and we break that, then it's 47,300 to 47,420. We break that, then it's 46,950. So how will I trade it? Now I personally with clients already hold call sales, but we don't hold it in the Bank Nifty. I entered in Nifty only. We entered it in Nifty only. Because why I did not touch the Bank Nifty is simply because we are right smack in the middle of the range. So we can go up, we can go down. So I want a bit more of a settling. Then I can decide to enter call sales or PE sales. But those who are brave enough can sell, I would say, calls above 48,700 and 47,700. So basically you're selling a 1,000-point range, box range, which should give profits. But why I still say brave enough is I am a person who likes to sell directional rather than non-directional, and this is a non-directional sell, that you're selling both calls and puts, you're selling a range. So I will wait for the Bank Nifty to give me that clean direction, then I will sell either calls or puts in it. But those who are ready to trade the box range, option sales in that are beneficial. Option buying intraday, I think Bank Nifty will give good opportunities this week. As I said, this range is going to give good moves, but if it breaks either side of the range, as I said, then we'll get a huge move to go short or long one. So that's my trading plan for the Bank Nifty. According to me, this week if you're trading, the first 1-2 days, do not hold a bias, bullish or bearish. Just trade what pattern comes along. This is the market is in that sort of phase. Then once the market sort of gets its legs together, then you can take a directional trade in one side. So that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Any questions, drop them in the comment section below and I will answer them.